Hello YouTube, this is your host Rex705 playing some RimWorld. RimWorld is a cool little game that was on Kickstarter. It's completed its funding. Now the alpha build has been released to the people who backed the game. So let's try it out. RimWorld is like a colony kind of sim game. It takes inspiration from a bunch of different games like Left 4 Dead for the little AI storyteller, and FTL, and Prison Architect, and all kinds of games. So, start a new colony. These are the storytellers here, like Left 4 Dead, who decides what happens in the game. There's Classic that just starts you off easy. There's a hard classic, or tough. There's the friendly. This is just like sandbox mode. There's no combat or nothing. And then there's random, where everything just goes random and he doesn't care what happens to you. So you could just start off your fresh colony and you get attacked by a horde of raiders and you're dead. So this guy is very cruel. I don't like him. That's for the more hardcore players that know what they're doing. Just don't start your game on that, you'll die. Well, you're gonna die anyway, but yeah, at least you have more of a chance up here. So we're going with classic. We'll hit advanced. We can select the world size. And next. Alright, you start your colony off with 3 colonists, and later on through the game you can expand, get more colonists. Each one has his own backstory, his own traits, and skills. We can hit the randomize button to get random skills and stuff. So right now, what I want to start off with is a good researcher, someone who's good at growing, and someone who's good at shooting. This guy's good at research, but he's got 0 social skills. That's not the greatest thing. But he's not incapable of that, so he can level that skill up. So that's not too bad that he's got 0, but we'll see if there's something a little bit better for that. Yeah, there we go. 11, and he's got 3. Alright. See? 1 click is all it took. He's got a missing eye. Wow. Alright, so we'll go with that. Watson will be our scientist. On to the next. Wow, this guy sucks. Alright. We're going for growing or shooting. Let's see what we can get. Ah, there we go. This guy's good with growing. So, he'll be our farmer. Okay. Everything looks good. And you can't see my mouse cursor here in the video. My recorder gets rid of the mouse. So I'll just tell you what I'm pointing at. Alright, we'll go on to the next one. And this one we're going to want shooting skill. So we'll just hit random till we get something good. Alright. Alright, so he's got 8 shooting, but he can't do mining, growing. I don't like guys who can't do stuff. They just stand there and it's no good. It's alright later on when you got like a whole buttload of colonists, but when you're dealing with your first 3, it's not good to have someone who's just gonna stand there. So let's keep looking. Alright, he's got 5 shooting. Alright, 5. That's good. That's good to start with. He's got everything else. So that's good. Alright. Oh, he's... This is gonna be our guy who shoots stuff with a gun. And he's prone to anger. Okay. Let's start. Alright, you get the story. Your colonists wake up. Their ship's being torn apart. So they get to escape pods. They land on this unknown RimWorld planet. And we must build a colony to survive. And here they are. Yay. Alright, these little things that you see here, this is our metal, which we need to collect so we can build stuff. Down in the bottom left, you see this little hand here. We can turn that on and off. That just means they'll either collect it or not collect it. You know, so say like there's some metal like way far on the other side of the frickin' map and they're in the middle of combat. You don't want your guys like running out there to get it or going too far from the base. So you can just tell them, you know, you don't want to get that stuff right now. Focus on something else. Alright, and this stuff up here, this is our food. We obviously want that. Alright, this thing here, the big square, that's our stockpile. We'll bring all of our supplies into that. This other little square is our dumping area. We get rid of all the junk, stuff we don't want. This stuff down here, you see, it's highlighted. Yeah, that's our metal. So you can tell what metal is by these little specks of brown here. So we're going to want to mine that out so we can get some more metal. There's some more food over here. Alright. And yeah, down the bottom here it gives you little tips, tells you how to play the game. You can move around with the standard move controls, WSAD, or you can use the arrow keys there. Alright, these things are little beds. They'll sleep in that when they're tired. Alright, first thing we want to do is find a good place for a base. So we can zoom out and take a look at the map. This place down here would be pretty good. It's all enclosed. We can just build a wall and section it off. It'd be much easier to defend because they only have one way to come in. So this is looking like a pretty good base down here. Yeah. In this corner here. Up here we have some muffaloes. There's currently 3 different animals in this game. The muffaloes, the squirrel, and there's a bomb rat. It's like a red squirrel. Oh, right down here. The bomb rat. Alright. The bomb rats are dangerous. You don't want to go near bomb rats. When you kill a bomb rat, they explode and spread fire. And that's deadly. Very bad. But now and then, some of these animals, you know, all 3 of them, will go mad and they'll start attacking everything in sight. So that's bad. And animals can be very dangerous. Don't think, oh, it's just a little animal. What can it do? You know, when you get all these animals attacking you, that can be pretty deadly. just as bad as the raiders. So you have to watch out for those guys. So actually, being close to animals, I don't like being near animals. This area seems to be full of critters. I want to stay away from those guys when they go mad. What else do we have out here? It's a pretty open spot up there. I usually like to dig into the mountain, build a base inside there. It's easier to defend because it's inside a mountain. Alright, I guess I like this area down here. We'll just slaughter all the animals before they go mad. Alright, so we'll build down this corner. Alright. So, down in the bottom left, we have our different tabs: orders, areas, buildings, structure, security, and furniture. This lets us do all of our building and command our little colonists. So in the orders tab, select the little mining tool, and we can tell them to mine out this metal here, so we can get a good supply of metal going so we can build stuff. We can cut plants with the cut plant tool. We can harvest plants that can be harvested. These can't be harvested right now, but and there's the home zone that tells the colonists the area that's their home, so they'll keep it clean, fix it when it's busted, put fires out. They'll keep it safe. So you want to select that when you build your home. Then there's the hauling thing that just lets you select things and they'll haul it to the dump zone. Okay, areas, you can build a growing area, that's a little farm, a dumping area, and a stockpile area. Structure has your walls, your floors, sandbags, and the power cable to hook up your power supplies. The buildings area has graves, batteries, your food dispenser, a geothermal power thingy, solar generator, and the comms table, so you can talk to trader ships that pass by and get supplies. Security has a little turret thing. They'll shoot the bad guys. We really need that for defenses. That comes in handy. And furniture has the equipment rack where you can store our guns, a table, a sun lamp for growing crops, research bench to do research, obviously, a chair, a regular little lamp, a bed, a flower pot, drop beacon that tells the trade ship where to drop the supplies that you buy, and a table and a little sleeping spot. Sleeping spot is kind of like a sleeping bag, so it's not what you really want to be sleeping in, obviously. So you build a bed for that. But I like to put prisoners in sleeping spots. They don't get the good stuff until they join us. And in the bottom right, we have the overview. That lets us select the jobs for our different colonists, tell them what to do. We have the research tab, which will get the research going. I like to start with hydroponics, because the hydroponics you can build inside, so it's safe. You can do all your farming right there inside your base, whereas the growing spot is out in the open. Wild animals will come eat your crops, and it's not very helpful. And the codex down here just tells you all the different stuff you need to know about the game. So if ever you don't know something, you can just come in, click on that. And the menu button, you can save your game, all that stuff. Alright. You can also obviously pause, play, fast forward, or super fast forward the time. Also, when you click on your little colonists, you have the thoughts, needs, and character tabs. Thoughts tell you what they're thinking, their loyalty, fear, happiness. He's in darkness, he doesn't like that. It's a new colony, he likes that. It's an ugly environment, doesn't like that. And he had a little chit chat, he likes that. Right, the needs tab, food and rest, and how dirty he is, and the effectiveness. And character just tells you all their stats. So, which one was our gunner? Got a character. Which was our shooter? Is it this one? Watson's our research. Which one's our shooter? Oh, alright. Newton's our grower. So Lucas is our shooter. So when we drop in, we have a little gun that we start with. So we'll select Lucas, click on the gun, tell him to equip it, and he'll be our shooter. And all the graphics that you see here right now, this is just a placeholder. This isn't the final look of the game. So aim to get an artist in, and he'll do all the special graphics and stuff. Give it its own unique look. Alright, so right now they're just collecting the metal. We can fast forward a little bit. I like to have it on fast forward. Just the first one, not the second one. Speeds things up a little bit. But once combat starts, you slow down to regular time. Alright. Watson, we'll click on him. Then we can click on the metal. We can tell him to prioritize hauling, so he can start getting into the stockpile. Alright, we're going to build a base over here. So let's see where I want to build this. I could build the wall here. Just build it through there, or I can just come in. Alright, I'll build a wall up here so we have this whole area to build. So, go into structure, wall. And where do I want to build this? Maybe like that, maybe? Yeah. And we'll put a door in the middle. Alright, this will be where we have our base. they come and start building. And they're hungry, so they're eating raw food. Alright, we're going to need to build a power supply. Unfortunately, there's no geothermal spots around here. Yeah. Let's see if I can find one. Yeah, this little hole that you see here, that's where you build your geothermal power generator. But yeah, it's too far away from the base, and that's inside a mountain. Alright, it's nighttime, so they're going to their beds. But we want them to get into the base here, so let's move their beds. Go into furniture, bed. You can rotate objects by the Q and E button. Alright, we'll give them 3 beds there. And we'll sell their little sleeping bags. Alright, we should get the power supply up and running. Also, we gotta think about defenses. Yeah. Alright, we have to get that metal done first. So once they wake up, we're gonna have them take care of all this metal. We'll cancel the mining for now, so they get all the metal. And it's raining out. Unfortunately, I have to build the solar panels, which are a very big pain in the butt. Once it starts raining, the things catch on fire and they're always exploding. It's a real pain to keep those things up and running. Okay, we have a good supply of metal now. So let's head back to the base. We'll start setting up our power supplies. It's under buildings. Oh, another thing we're going to need is the food dispenser, so they can get some better food. And we'll set up a solar power generator. The 2 of them and some batteries. It's very important to make sure your colonists have access to everything. I mean, the batteries, everything, because once they take damage or catch on fire, if they can't get to it, they can't fix it. So you have to be careful on how you place things, so they always have access to them. Well, at least the rain stopped. Alright, we have some good metal supplies within the base. So let's go and sell our stockpile down here. Oh, we have to build a new one first before we can sell one. So areas, stockpile. I'll just place it right here. Now we can go sell the other one. We can start mining out all this metal here. Orders, mine. Alright, we're going to need to start thinking about defenses. So you never know when the raiders might come by. So in the security tab, get the auto turrets. Now, these things require power, so they need to be near a power source. See that little yellow wire there? Connects it to the power source. So if we put that too far away, it's not going to have power, and we're going to have to build a cable out to it. So I don't want it right up next to the base. I want to defend at the end of the entrance here, so we're going to have to build a power cable out to these turrets. We'll put one there and move that up a bit, put one there. Also, sandbags can be used for defense. You can put your guys behind sandbags, they'll get some extra cover. Also slows things down, so they have to try and climb over it. So sandbags are very good for defense. So we'll get 2 turrets and some sandbag walls. We'll have to build a power cable to come out and meet the 2 turrets like that. I like to have the turrets off when they're not in use, so they're not sucking up our energy, because these things drain very, very fast. So we don't want these things on until we have a massive power grid going. And alright, I'll stop here for now. Our base is taking shape a little bit. So, check back for the next video. See what happens next. Bye bye.